Big news, AFTV are coming to Ghana. We are coming to Ghana in Africa between the 6th and 12th of February, and we're going to be meeting Ghanaian Arsenal fans and doing a watch party around the West Ham versus Arsenal football game. You do not want to miss this, so Ghana, get ready. We are coming. AFTV. Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with fans who link with January transfer move to Arsenal. Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with the January transfer move to Arsenal. My last day over here today in Qatar for the Asian Cup, and hopefully, inshallah, right, I'll get to see Takehiro Tomiyasu play because I'm going to the Japan game. I'm hoping that he's going to be selected, that he'll be fit and ready to play in that game. And yeah, really looking forward to see Japan play. One of the favourites to win this cup. And I've been to a couple of games so far and it's been really good. But I think if Japan are cooking, they got this thing sewed up today and they've got some really good players. And of course, we want to see our guy Tomiyasu in full effect. So hopefully get to see him. Of course, going to be back for the game tomorrow. Arsenal taking on Crystal Palace. I cannot stress how massive a game this is. I've been talking to so many Arsenal fans over here, and there's Arsenal fans from all over the region, the Middle Eastern region, right now in Qatar for the Asian Cup. There's Saudi fans, fans from Oman, fans from everywhere, and loads of Arsenal fans, and they're all saying to me, Robbie, what's happened? What happened to us? Tomorrow, the perfect opportunity to get back on track with a massive win against Crystal Palace. And we can have no excuses. We've just been away for nearly 2 weeks on a winter break over there in Dubai, training. We've got certain players coming back, which is good. There's still doubts over players like Zinchenko, but we've got certain players coming back. And you've got to consider the fact that Crystal Palace had to play during the week in the middle of their break because they had an FA Cup replay, which they lost to Everton and their fans booed them off the pitch. So they're not in a good moment right now, Crystal Palace. We got to win this game. And talking of Crystal Palace, one of their top players who, listen, I wish no injury on any player, but if he's not on the team sheet, it's good news for Arsenal. That's Michael Olise. He is currently injured at the moment. And I think Roy Hodgson said he will be out for this game. But Arsenal are said to be linked with him today. TalkSport is linking Arsenal, saying that they have entered the race to sign Michael Olise. He signed a brand new contract in the summer. If you remember rightly, it was Manchester City who were really interested in taking him. But he ended up staying at Crystal Palace, signing a new contract. They couldn't afford to let Zaha go and him in the same window. And he stayed. For me, a fantastic player, fantastic talent. Whoever gets him is going to be getting a top quality player. And he was once at Arsenal's academy as a little kid. But went to Reading, done brilliantly, got snapped up by Crystal Palace. Everybody missed out on him because he was doing well over there. And he has been brilliant in the Premier League. Still only 22 years of age, plays on the right wing and will be a perfect sort of competition for, Bukayo Saka. As I said, TalkSport saying that Arsenal have entered the race. Liverpool are said to really want him. Manchester United want him. And there is this talk of a release clause in his contract of £50 million. It doesn't sound far-fetched to me because, it was a surprise that he signed that new deal when it was Manchester City that were after him. But said to be a 50 million release clause in his contract. That would be very gettable for most clubs. So let's see what happens with that. I doubt this will be a January move, as I keep saying, literally every transfer that comes up. But definitely for the summer, if Arsenal are in the running, it's a signing I would love to see happen because I think he's a talented player. This one's really interesting. A player who plays for Arsenal, Mika Biereth, striker. We need a striker. He's been recalled from loan at Motherwell. He's done all right at Motherwell on loan. 14 appearances, 6 goals, 5 assists. Recalled by Arsenal. There's a lot of people looking at the recall and thinking, oh, well, we're short of striking options. Are we bringing back Biereth, who's still only 20, to maybe play in the first team? I remember watching him play, exciting player. We bought him from Fulham. I watched him playing for the youth team. He was very good. It looks like Arsenal want to further his development by sending him out on another loan for the second half of the season to Sheffield Wednesday. This has really angered Motherwell though, because, you know, he was doing really, really well, a really sort of key player in their season so far. And the fact now that he's going back for the second part of it, you can understand they're not happy about it at all. But listen, these things happen. We see players get sent back as well, like what we've seen happen with Marquinhos. So it is how it works, unfortunately. Linked with another player today, Barrenetxea. My camera guy's laughing, right, because I was struggling to pronounce this even earlier. Still 22, plays on the left wing for Real Sociedad, valued at around about £20 million. Now, it's said that Arsenal are battling with Tottenham over his signature. A really, really talented young player again, who broke into the Real Sociedad team when he was only 16 years of age. So you can see the talent has always been there. 22 now, so a bit of a veteran if he came in at 16. But he's been caught in a lot of interest from Premier League clubs, especially the two that are really interested in, Tottenham and Arsenal. Now, I was looking at his stats. Don't exactly jump off the page at you. He's had 16 appearances this season, 3 goals and 1 assist. I mean, you don't look at that and think, wow, let's go out and get him. But obviously, you know, what these scouts will be doing, they'll be identifying talent that will get better and better and better. And he has been identified as one. But as I said, the rumours going around saying that it's Arsenal battling with Tottenham. Tottenham said to be right at the front of the queue for him. So let's see how this one works out over the next, well, it's not even 2 weeks, is it? It's less than 2 weeks now until the transfer window closes. It's been a very quiet transfer window, as I said the other day, not just for Arsenal, we haven't bought anybody yet, but for everybody. Are we going to get like a madness in that last week, or is this FFP stuff really starting to bite? We saw Arsenal last year, they did go out in the January transfer window. We have in the last few gone out in the January transfer window and bought players. Will we do it this time? It's going to be really interesting to see. And Karim Benzema looks like he's made a decision on what he's going to be doing. There's all these rumours linking him with a move to Arsenal, Manchester United and various other clubs due to the fact that it looked like there's an apparent falling out at his team, Al Ittihad. It looks like, you know, the vibe that seems to be coming across, maybe this is not true, is that there's certain players that have gone over to Saudi Arabia and have struggled. We saw yesterday that Jordan Henderson has returned back from his move out there to Saudi Arabia and has now joined Ajax. That was one of the big signings for the Saudis. Could Benzema be about to do the same thing? Well, according to L'Equipe, they claim that Benzema has no intentions of leaving Al Ittihad and he will stay there until the end of the season at least. But that said, still loads of rumours around today, linking him here, there and everywhere. But L'Equipe saying that he's decided to stay at Al Ittihad, and with the amount of wages that he's on, wouldn't surprise me at all. So those are the rumours for today. Back to England for the game tomorrow. Really, really looking forward to it. Arsenal taking on Crystal Palace, a massive one for Arsenal. And of course, we'll be back with another Transfer Daily.